You open your mouth to snap back, and in that very second, you say the one thing that ruins the relationship forever. Most people have been there, I have, and I am sure you have too. What if I told you there are exactly 8 moments where staying totally silent is the most powerful and influential move you can make? It is not just being polite, but a smart way to weaken the other person's position. Today, I am going to give you those 8 times and exactly why being quiet wins every single time. Before we begin, I want you to think back to the last time someone bothered you. Did you speak up right away, or did you stay quiet? Pay attention to how you feel right now as I show you these 8 situations, because one of them is going to hit you like a bolt of lightning. Let's go. When someone opens up and shares their deepest feelings or personal pain, your habit might be to jump in with advice, a similar story, or quick comfort, like saying it will be okay or what they should do, but that is the fastest way to shut them down. True honesty is rare. When people share hurt, loss, guilt, or shame, they are not looking for fixes. They are checking if it is safe to be truly seen. The moment you speak and move the focus to your view, your history, or your fix, you send a message. This is not about them anymore. They feel ignored. The trust breaks, and they will rarely be that open with you again at that deep level. Silence, on the other hand, is the purest way to show acceptance. It says, I am here. I can handle whatever you are carrying. You do not have to put on a show or edit yourself for me. That quiet space you leave gives them the freedom to go deeper, to let more out, and to process things out loud without being judged. Your quiet presence becomes a mirror. They see their own feelings reflected back clearly. If you have ever regretted speaking up and losing your cool, hit like so more people learn the power of silence. Studies on active listening show that people who stay quiet and pay attention during emotional talks rate the listener as much more caring and trustworthy. The brain sees steady eye contact and quiet as signs of safety, which helps people bond more deeply. In that silence, you are not being lazy. You are actively holding that space. You are giving them a very rare gift. Total attention without your own plans. Most people never get that. When you master this, people start looking for you when they are struggling because they know that with you, they do not have to hide anything. When someone starts a personal attack or blames you directly, your first reaction is usually to defend yourself, explain things, fight back, or justify your actions. That is exactly what they want you to do. The second you open your mouth, you give them control. You make the fight worse, give their words more weight, and turn a one-sided attack into a big battle where emotions run high and logic disappears. Silence ruins their entire plan. By staying quiet, you refuse to play on their terms. You do not feed the fire with oxygen. Most attackers are driven by what they expect you to do. They want your anger, your hurt, or your defense. When they do not get it, they start to feel uncomfortable fast. Their voice gets louder, their claims get more extreme, and their logic gets weaker. They start repeating themselves, trying too hard to explain or taking back what they said. To anyone watching, they begin to look out of control while you stay calm and strong. This is not just avoiding the problem, it is taking charge. Your silence shows a confidence that cannot be broken. Their words do not rattle you because they do not have the power they think they do. It forces them to face their own anger without the reward of a reaction from you. Over time, people learn that attacking you gets them nothing. No drama, no win, and no emotional payoff. They either stop trying or treat you with a lot more care. The real power comes later. When things calm down and you finally choose to speak, if you choose to, your words land with 10 times the impact because you have shown you do not need to hurry. You respond instead of just reacting. And that calm control makes you impossible to rattle. When anger boils inside you, with your heart racing and your face hot and words forming like weapons, your brain is being hijacked. The part of your brain meant for logic and control shuts down while stress, Chemicals flood your body. In that state, whatever comes out of your mouth is almost sure to be too much, mean, or something you cannot take back. Most people speak anyway. They lash out, blame others, exaggerate, or say the exact thing meant to cause the most pain. Later, when the chemicals fade, they are left looking at the damage, a broken bridge, a hurt relationship, or a ruined reputation. Regret hits the hardest because they know deep down those words did not show who they really are. They were just the anger talking. Comment the word angry if you have ever exploded in the heat of the moment and wished you had stayed silent. Silence in that moment is a circuit breaker. It stops the hijack. By refusing to speak, you deny the emotion, its outlet, and force your body to calm down. The simple act of keeping your mouth shut or taking a slow breath starts bringing logic back to your brain. Seconds turn into minutes and clarity returns. You gain the room to ask yourself if what you want to say is true, necessary, or something you will stand by tomorrow. The people who master this skill become very respected. Others sense their self-control and act carefully, knowing that trying to bother them won't get the big reaction they expect. Instead, they face someone who picks their words with care and only when the emotion has passed. That level of self-mastery earns instant respect. Silence here does not just stop regret. It builds real authority. When you think someone is lying or bluffing, whether in a talk, a meeting, or a big discussion, your natural urge is to challenge them, call them out, or ask a lot of questions. That approach almost always fails. It puts them on guard, gives them time to fix their story, and moves the pressure off them and onto you. Silence flips the whole situation. After you ask a tough question like, "Why were you late?" or "Are you sure that is what happened?" you stop talking completely. No nodding, no filler words, and no facial reactions. Just steady eye contact and quiet. Most people cannot stand the empty space. The average person can only handle a few seconds of awkward silence before they start talking to fill it. Type yes if you want me to show how silence beats liars every time. Liars and bluffers are especially weak here. The pressure grows fast in their mind. They wonder if you believe them or if you know the truth. To stop that tension, they talk more, adding details and trying to justify themselves. With every extra word, they make mistakes or show signs that they are lying. Experts in questioning know this as the silence-induced disclosure effect. The longer you stay quiet, the more the truth tends to come out. Professionals use this exact trick because it turns the other person's own nerves into a truth detector. Silence costs nothing and works on almost everyone. When you master it, you no longer need to catch lies. You let the liar give you the evidence themselves. In any talk about money, pay, or deals, the moment an offer is put on the table, a power struggle starts. Most people feel they have to answer right away, accept or reject it too quickly. That hurry is a weakness. The first person to speak after the number is said usually weakens their position. Silence after the offer is pure power. You state what you want, or they make their offer, then you stop. No, that sounds low, or let me think. No filler noises, just calm eye contact and quiet. The discomfort builds on their side first. They start wondering if the offer was too low or if they bothered you. To fix their own tension, they start talking again, explaining why the price is fair, or even making the deal better without you saying a word. Good negotiators use this rule because humans hate awkward silence. Research on deals shows that the person willing to wait the longest usually gets better terms. Silence shows confidence. It shows you are not desperate and you know your value. That unspoken strength often wins you better terms without any extra effort. Master this and you turn every money talk into a win. The quiet does not just save you money, it makes the other side feel they need you more than you need them. When someone starts bragging or showing off their wins, they are looking for praise. Your usual response is to give it to them by saying, "Wow," or "That is great." That is exactly what keeps the cycle going. When you react that way, you feed their ego and put yourself in a lower spot. If you are still watching, you know this is true. Right now, pause this video, open your notes, and write down the one situation where you have messed up the most. Then type, "I am committing to silence" next to it. Put that in the comments below. I read all of them. Let's see who is serious about getting better. Silence denies them the attention they want. No smile. And no comment, just a neutral look and quiet. Within seconds, they feel uncomfortable. They expected praise, but they got nothing. To fill the gap, they keep talking and the story gets more desperate. Others will notice they are trying too hard, and the bragger's status drops. Share this video so others stop giving away their power. This is not being petty, it is smart social skill. Your lack of a reaction shows that their showing off does not automatically win your respect. It has to be earned. Over time, people who brag learn that doing it for you gets no reward. Meanwhile, your silence makes you the person with real confidence. People start watching you instead, waiting for your rare input, because when you finally do speak, it really matters. When you are in a group talk or meeting and the topic changes to something you do not fully understand, the urge is to speak up anyway. You give an opinion or agree just to look like you know what is going on. That move usually fails. The moment you talk without knowing the facts, you risk looking like you don't know what you're doing. Silence protects your reputation. By staying quiet, you avoid the trap of faking it. Instead, you watch and listen. You see who actually has deep knowledge and who is just talking. Their words become facts you collect. No one notices you are quiet because groups focus on the talkers. The win comes later when you choose to speak only after you have learned enough to say something very smart. Your words will have much more power. People will think that when you talk, it is worth listening to. Your restraint shows wisdom. Over time, this builds an aura of skill. Others will value your rare comments more than the constant noise of people who just talk to fill the air. Using silence here turns a weakness into a strength. You learn faster and risk less. If staying quiet and money talks makes sense to you, comment "money" below. When someone is struggling or venting about a problem, your instinct is to give advice. You tell them what they should do or what you would do. It feels helpful, but advice they did not ask for often feels like judgment. You are implying they are not smart enough to solve it. Even a good idea is bad if the timing is wrong. They might not be ready for fixes yet. They might just need to be heard. By speaking up, you make it about your opinion. They feel small and might stop sharing things with you. Silence keeps the relationship strong. It shows you respect them. You show you trust them to handle their own life. By holding back, you give them room to find their own answers. When they do ask for your thought, it will mean much more because they invited it. Until then, your quiet presence shows you care. These 8 times are not random. They are the spots where most people lose control or show their nerves. Every time you talk when you should not, you give away power. Every time you stay silent when you want to react, you take it back. Silence is not empty. It is a plan. It is empathy and restraint that builds trust. When you master these moments, you stop just reacting to the world and start shaping it. People will notice the change fast. They will treat you with more care and listen when you talk. You become the calm center that others look to, not because you ask for it, but because your silence earns it. Start today. Pick one situation you have failed at and stay quiet next time. Watch what happens. One pause at a time, you will build a presence that words could never create. Silence is the ultimate show of power. Use it well. When you learn to sit in silence while others scramble to fill the air, you are not just waiting your turn to talk. You are observing the parts of the conversation that most people miss. You are noticing the slight change in someone's voice, the way their eyes shift when they are nervous, and the hidden motives behind their words. This level of awareness is only possible when your own mind is quiet. Most people are so busy planning what to say next that they never actually hear what is being said. By choosing silence, you become the most informed person in the room. This information is your greatest advantage. It allows you to move with a level of precision that others find confusing or even intimidating. They cannot predict your next move because you haven't given them any clues. You have kept your cards close to your chest while they have laid all of theirs on the table. This is how you lead without ever having to raise your voice. People naturally gravitate toward those who possess this kind of self-control. In a world that is constantly shouting for attention, your quietness stands out as a sign of true strength. It suggests that you don't need the approval of the crowd because you are already sure of yourself. This is the foundation of unbreakable influence. It is not about being the loudest. It is about being the most substantial. When you finally do choose to break your silence, ensure that your words are as impactful as the quiet that preceded them. Every sentence should serve a purpose. Every word should be chosen with intent. This way, your speech becomes an event that people look forward to rather than just more noise to be filtered out. You are teaching the world how to treat you and how to value your input. As you practice these 8 situations, you will find that the urge to react starts to fade. The heat of anger or the sting of a personal attack won't feel as heavy because you have a tool to handle them. You are building a mental fortress that keeps your peace of mind safe from external chaos. This is the ultimate form of freedom. You are no longer a slave to your impulses or the actions of others. You are the master of your own presence. The more you use silence as a strategy, the more you will see it as a gift. It is the gift of time, the gift of clarity, and the gift of respect. It is a path to a deeper connection with yourself and a more powerful connection with others. This journey is not about becoming a person who never speaks, but about becoming a person whose words actually matter. The real shift happens when you realize that silence is not just a tool for winning arguments, but a way to protect your inner peace. In every high-pressure moment, there is a tiny gap between what happens to you and how you choose to respond. Most people ignore that gap and jump straight into speaking, which is why they stay stuck in the same cycles of regret and conflict. When you master silence, you are claiming that gap for yourself. You are deciding that your energy is too valuable to be wasted on every person who tries to bait you into a fight or every situation that feels uncomfortable. You are building a boundary that people cannot easily cross. This doesn't make you cold or distant. It makes you focused. It allows you to see the world as it really is, rather than how it looks through the lens of your own ego or fear. As you start to use these 8 strategies, you will notice that the people around you will begin to change their behavior. They will stop bringing you petty drama because they know they won't get a reaction. They will start being more honest with you because they feel the weight of your quiet attention. Even your own internal voice will change. You will stop beating yourself up for things you said in a rush of blood to the head, because those moments will happen less and less. You are essentially training your brain to stay in the driver's seat. This is the difference between a person who is easily shaken by the wind and a person who is like a mountain. The wind can blow as hard as it wants, but the mountain remains still. Think about the long-term impact of this self-mastery. In your career, you will be seen as the person who is calm under pressure, the one who can be trusted with the biggest deals and the hardest conversations. In your personal life, your loved ones will feel more respected and truly heard, leading to bonds that are much harder to break. You are trading the temporary satisfaction of getting the last word for the permanent power of having the most respect. This is a lifelong journey. You won't get it right every single time, and that is okay. The goal is progress, not perfection. Every time you catch yourself before a sharp word escapes your lips, you have won. Every time you stay quiet during a difficult moment, you are getting stronger. You are becoming a person of substance, a person of influence, and a person who knows that sometimes the best thing to say is absolutely nothing at all. Keep this script. Practice these moments and watch how your world begins to transform. This power does not stop with how others see you. It changes how you see yourself. When you stop filling every gap with noise, you start to hear your own thoughts clearly for the first time. Most people are afraid of silence because it forces them to face their own truth. But for you, this quiet becomes a place of strength. You are no longer running away from the moment. You are standing in it. This inner stillness acts like a shield. When the world around you gets loud or chaotic, you have a private space inside your mind that stays calm. You start to move through your day with a sense of purpose that others can feel but cannot explain. They will see that you are not easily moved by trends, gossip, or the opinions of people who do not matter. You must also understand that silence is a form of timing. Just like a great musician knows that the pause between notes is what makes the music beautiful, you are learning that your pauses make your life more meaningful. This is about knowing when to act and when to wait. Many of the world's biggest mistakes happen because someone moved too fast or spoke too soon. By holding back, you give the truth time to rise to the top. You allow the facts to settle. You give yourself the chance to be right rather than just being first. This patient way of living is rare in a world that demands instant answers. It makes you a leader even if you do not have a title, because people always look to the person who is the least hurried. Finally, remember that the goal of this mastery is balance. You are not trying to become a person who never talks or someone who hides away. You are becoming a person who speaks with authority. You are learning to use your voice as a tool rather than a reflex. When you do choose to speak, your words should be like a key that opens a door or a light that clears up a dark room. People will start to lean in when you open your mouth because they know you have something worth saying. They know you have been watching, thinking, and weighing the situation. Your silence has earned you the right to be heard. This is the ultimate expression of influence. You have moved from someone who reacts to the world to someone who commands it just by being present. Use this gift to build people up, to close fair deals, and to keep your peace. The world is full of noise, but the power belongs to the quiet. This path leads to a version of yourself that is no longer easy to manipulate. When you stop giving people an immediate reaction, you take away the handles they use to pull you around. Most people are like puppets. If someone pulls the string of anger, they shout. If someone pulls the string of praise, they beam. If someone pulls the string of fear, they explain. By choosing silence, you cut those strings. You become a mystery to those who want to control you. They cannot figure out what you are thinking or how you will act, and that creates a natural boundary of respect. You are no longer an open book that anyone can read and discard. You become a deep well, and people realize they have to be careful and thoughtful when they deal with you. As you get more used to this, you will notice that your listening skills reach a level that is almost like a superpower. You will start to hear the things people are not saying. You will hear the hesitation in a liar's voice, the hidden sadness in a friend's joke, or the true desperation in a salesman's pitch. Because you are not busy talking, your brain can use all its energy to process the world around you. You become a master of the environment. While everyone else is fighting for the microphone, you are gathering the intel. This makes you the most dangerous person in a negotiation and the most helpful person in a friendship. You are seeing the full picture while others are only looking at one small piece. The final stage of this journey is when silence becomes your natural state of confidence. You no longer use it as a trick or a tactic. You use it because you truly have nothing to prove. You are comfortable in your own skin. You can sit at a dinner table or in a boardroom in total silence and not feel the need to break it. That comfort is contagious. It makes the people around you feel more grounded, or it exposes the people who are too anxious to be still. Either way, you are the one setting the tone. You are the one in charge of the energy in the room. This is the ultimate expression of unbreakable influence. It is the quiet strength of a person who knows exactly who they are and doesn't need to say a word to show it. Your silence has become your signature, and your presence has become your power.